Okay, so last week I gave you all these questions and you all had to finish it, right? For homework, and I would have corrected it today in today's class. So we're gonna start off by correcting the January 2019 paper. So last week last week Sunday, we did the direct variation topic, direct and indirect variations. So let us attempt to do this question. So I'm gonna switch the camera now to do it on the whiteboard. Just 1 minute, let me see. Okay, is everybody seeing the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay. So this question is telling us on your phones and whatnot, because I sent it to you last week. The question says that the force F applied to an object is directly proportional. So it's telling us here that F is directly proportional, that's the symbol, F is directly proportional to the extension E produced by that object. We are asked, in part 1, we are being asked to represent this information as an equation in terms of F, E, and an appropriate constant K. So it's basically asking us to make F the subject of the formula, because they said in terms of F, right? So in terms of F, remember this F is F over E, which is equal to K. I hope you all remember that from last week's class. This, we have to write it in this form, fraction form, and we have to put it equal to the constant, right? And of course, if we want F as the subject of the formula, we take this and we carry it across. So F, when division goes across, it becomes multiplication. F is equal to K multiplied by E. So F is really KE. Any questions so far? This question is coming for 1 mark, right? And they are telling us here to complete the table. Let me just redraw the table. F and E. And then we have 8, 0.2. We have 25. And we have X. And then we have 60. We have 1.5. And then we have Y. And we have 3.2. And we are being asked to find X and to find Y. Okay? So let's just quickly see what we can observe in the table here. So if you notice, right, using a calculator, if you divide, remember about when we were doing this, we were dividing and stuff, we did that last week, right? So if you divide 8 by 0.2, you get 40, right? Similarly, if you divide 60 by 1.5, you get 40 as well. So we know that it's constant, right? So that means that 25 divided by something will give us 40 for here as well, right? So let's see how we will go about doing that. Let's just divide 25 by 40 and see what we will get, right? So again, if we divide 8 by 40, we will get 0.2. Now remember, 8 divided by 0.2 would give us our constant of 40, right? But if we want to find what is in the bottom here, we just say 8 divided by 40 and we get 0.2, right? Similarly, all we have to do is say 25 divided by 40 and we will get 0.625. So our answer for X is 0.625. Now, if we want to go the other way around, we have to multiply, right? So 0.2 multiplied by 40 would have given us 8. Similarly, 0.625 multiplied by 40 will give us 25 as well. So if we want to find out what is Y, won't it just be 3.2 multiplied by 40? And we will get 128. So all we have to say is K is equal to 40. So for X, it is equal to 25 divided by 40. And for Y, it is 3.2 multiplied by 40. And that's all we're looking for. And that would have given us 3 marks. Of course, you could have done it differently, but this to me is a very easy way to do it. All right, if you got that, show by a raise of hands. Only one person. Okay, just a few people, a handful. Well, no, 2 people. Cheyenne, okay, great. 3 people. What about the rest of y'all didn't do it? Johnny, you ain't get that, Gil? Angelica, you didn't get that? Emily, what going on with you? You ain't get that either?
No.
Well, let's see what went wrong.
Yeah.
She didn't do it. She lied.
Emily, your mother should beat you with a bill now.
You know, right?
Okay.
After class, don't worry.
Let's see the next question then. Can I erase this?
No, sir.
Okay, take a screenshot of something fast. So this would have been for a total of 3 marks, right? Who is DL501? DL501, I'm going to unmute you. So, in fact, I'm going to send a request. Huh?
No.
Was that Cheyenne?
I said it, but I was talking to my mother.
Oh, DL501, I'm going to send you a video request so you will know as you are talking to. Please identify yourself. I need to put your name so when I call the roll, I will know who you are. Otherwise, I'll kick you out of class. DL501, I just unmuted you. You can say hello. Who is that? Who is that?
Oh.
Are you, who is that? Who are you? You just
No, sir,
answered.
that was actually me, sir.
Who is me?
No, I's not the answer. This is Kalim was talking just now. I don't know the on whatever.
Oh, okay. No problem, Hima. So basically what we're doing is we just correcting the work that was supposed to, well, that I gave on last week Sunday, and I told you all I'll correct it in this class because we were out of time last week Sunday, right? Okay, so let me just quickly erase this and move on to the other question because we have to finish this and start today's topic, right? So the next thing
So we're doing any multiple choice today?
No, this topic doesn't have any multiple choice. So let's look at June 2016.
What are we doing now? Is next week Saturday or something?
Correct. Yeah, correct. From next week Saturday is next week Saturday, I believe, is in the morning. I can't remember the time exactly. But yeah, it's strictly multiple choice questions. Okay, so this question telling us that the table below shows corresponding values of the variables x and y, where y varies directly as x. So we have to calculate the value of t and of u. Okay? So how are we going about doing that? Anybody? This is so easy, people. We just did it. Okay. So as you all can see from the table, right, we have x, we have y, 6, 3, 10, u, and of course t, 9. Okay? So it is telling us that y varies directly as x. So y varies directly as x. Okay? So that being said, we know that y over x is equal to k. Okay? If that's the case, then y is equal to k multiplied by x. Agreed? And since we know that x in this case is 6, y is equal to k, sorry, 3 is equal to k by 6 because we want to find out what is k, right? what is the constant of variation? So this goes across. It becomes 3 over 6 is equal to k, or k is equal to a half, right? So 6 multiplied by a half gives us 3. In other words, 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. So again, 6 divided by 3 gives us our answer of 2, right? Everybody okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that means that 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So u is 5. And of course, if we want the other way around, we have to multiply this by the constant of variation. So it's 9 multiplied by 2, which is 18. So t is equal to 18. Oh, shucks, I kind of swear I have the camera on. The camera on? Oh,
Yes,
sir. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, k is equal to a half, basically. And a half of 6 is 3. So basically, the constant is 2, right? 6 divided by 2 is 3, 10 divided by 2 is 5, 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay? You can do it several different ways. I just happen to do this long way for you, just for those who like to be complicated, right? Let's do the other question and see what the other question is asking us now. Remember, you all can take screenshots and stuff, right? Okay, the other question is telling us to complete the table below. Sorry, the incomplete table below shows one pair of values for A and R, where A is directly proportional to the square of R. Okay. This one looking like it's a little complicated, but not to worry. So let's see what we are given. A is directly proportional to the square of R, so R squared. Okay? So let us see the table. Draw the table. We have A, we have R, 36, we have 3, we have a missing value, we have 5, we have 196, and a missing value. So we have to express A in terms of R and a constant K. So let us see how we're doing that now. So we did this already, right? And they're asking us to find the constant K. Oh, we have to express E.
So 5 will be 100.
And I hear you. I hear all that static. All right. So let's continue. A over R squared is equal to K. Not so? And they're asking us to express A in terms of R. So we're carrying this across. So we want to find A. A is equal to K R squared. Anybody confused there so far?
No, sir.
Okay. 100, Sanjay? No. Right. So we just found part A. Let's look at part, sorry, we just found part 1. So part 2, we are asked to calculate the value of the constant K. So in other words, we want to make K the subject of the formula. So we have A is equal, oh wait, no, look, we have it here. Look, this one here. A over R squared is equal to K. So that means that K is equal to A over R squared, right? So let's look at the first one. A is 36. R is 3 squared. So K is 36 over 9. K is what? 4. 4 3s are 36. Sorry, 4 9s are 36. Okay? So the answer for K is 4. Any questions so far? Anybody? Anybody confused? Say no.
No, sir.
All right. So next part of the question, let's see what it's asking us. It's asking us to copy and complete the table. So far we have 3 marks, right? This alone is 3 marks. Now we have to complete this table. So we have to find out the value for up here and the value for here, right? So let's see how we're going about doing that. So let me just, we need to find A, and we know that A, this is A here, right? This whole thing going across is A, so we need to find A, and we know A is equal to K R squared. And now that we know that K is 4, so 4 and R in this case is 5, so 5 squared, A is equal to 4 by 25. Yes, Andrea, you are actually correct. My bad. A is equal to 100. Okay, so this answer here was 100. And now we have to find the other one. So again, in this case, we have to find R. So since we know that A is equal to K R squared, we want to take this K and bring it across. So A over K is equal to R squared, but we don't want R squared, we want R, right? So to get rid of a square, we have to find square root. What you do on one side, you have to do on the other side. So the square root of A over K is equal to R. So A in this case is 196. K we know is 4 is equal to R. So 196 divided by 4 is 49. And the square root of 49 we know is 7. So that means that R is 7. Anybody have any problems there? Anybody confused? Say no, forever hold your peace. Any questions there? It was easy, right? Anybody had any difficulties? All right. I think that was the last question, or I gave you all to finish.
You can have one more.
I gave you all one more to do. Yeah or no?
I'm not sure, sir.
Anybody could just tell me what I told you all to do last week. What numbers? What questions? Sure, Alicia, I will do it back for you. The last part, right? Okay. So the last part of the question, we are being asked to complete. That's for this part here, right, Alicia? This last one here, this very last one. Okay. So now we are being asked to find R, and we wasn't given anything to find R. So now, but we know R is this here, right? So we're writing back this here. A is equal to K R squared. But we want R alone. So we're taking this K, which is multiplication, it goes across, it becomes division. So A over K is equal to R squared. But we don't want R squared, we want R. So we have to get rid of the square. And to get rid of a square in math, you have to find the square root. What you do on one side, you have to do on the other side to balance it off, right? So this will cancel off with this 2. So you'll be left with R is equal to the square root of A over K. All right? So in other words, you can write it back properly. R is equal to the square root of A over K. And we know that A is 196 from here. All these values are A. So it's 196. And we know the value of K is 4 over 4. Right? And 196 over 4 will give us 49. And of course, the square root of 49 is 7. So that's how I know the value for here is 7. No problem. So I believe this was the last question. Anybody can tell me differently? Did I give you another question to do? Any paper?
So it had 2 more questions we have to do. It had June 2011, that is 2D, and June 2007, that is number 5, A and B.
Okay, no problem. Well, let's do that quickly then. Okay, June 2000 and June, just let me pull up a question for you all. Right, June 2011, number 2D, we have to calculate the values of A and B, of course. Now, as you can see, it's worth 3 marks, right? So we can't just do the by the way thing and get away with it, right? 2 divided by 12 will give us 0.16.
So excuse.
Yeah?
What year was the previous question in the journal?
The previous question, that was from June 2015, number 5A.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so let's see this question. Let's do it. Right. So here, it's telling us, let me just put the question back up on my screen. Table below shows corresponding values of the variables x and y, where y varies directly as x, okay? So that means that y over x is equal to k. So if you want to find out the values for y, the first one is a, so you want to find out the value for y. So we carry this x across. Y is equal to k multiplied by x, okay? So now, let us see, let me just quickly draw the table here. We have x, we have y, 2, 12, 5, A, B, 48. Now the reason why I went and find y first because we had to find y. Y was the first unknown value, which is A. Okay, so that's how I went and find y first. So let us see here. When x is 2, as you can see here, they're telling us that y is equal to 12, as you can see here. Okay, so let us just input this information into this formula here that we just found. Y is equal to kx because we need to find out what is k. So y is 12 is equal to k, of course, multiplied by x, which is 2. So we don't want this, we want just k alone. So we take in this and we carry it across. 12 over 2 is equal to k, 6 is equal to k, or we can say k is equal to 6. So the constant is 6. Everybody okay so far? K is the constant of variation. Now that we know that, we can use it to figure out the rest. So when x is equal to 5, y is equal to 8. Now we know y is equal to kx. And in this case, y is equal to 8. And of course, kx. So k we know is 6, we just found it out. And x in this case is 5. And 6 by 5 is 30. So the value of a is 30. So we can put 30 here now. I hope you all got 30 for the answer. And now we are being asked to find b. So again, when x is equal to b, y is equal to 40. And we're using back y is equal to kx. So 40 is equal to k, which is 6 that we know just now. And x is b. So multiplication is taking place when it comes across, it becomes division. So 40 over 6 is equal to b. Wait, hold up. Yeah, correct. All right. So 40 divided by 6, that's not something wrong. It's 48, my bad, not 40. Right? So 48 divided by 6 is 8 is equal to b, or b is equal to 8. So here now, it's 8. How many of you got that by a raise of hands? A show of hands, sorry. Very good. Those of you who are actually getting it correct. Oh gosh, sorry about all this here. Just unmute your mic, please. Just mute it back, I mean. Okay, so last question on variations. I'll give you 1 minute to take this down or take a screenshot or something. Sorry for my scrappy handwriting. Can I take it off now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question for variation. June 2007, number 5, part A and B, of course. Let me just erase this board. All right. Two variables, x and y, are related such that y varies inversely, you're seeing that, right? Inversely as the square of x. So that alone tells us we have to do something, right? So write an equation in x, y, and k to describe the inverse variation where k is the constant of variation. Then we have to use the information in the table to calculate the value of k, which is the constant of variation. We have to also calculate the values of r and f. Well, that's very easy. Let's see how to do it, right? So the question is telling us that y varies inversely. Inversely means 1 over the square of x. So 1 over x and the square of x. All right? So y is equal to k multiplied by 1 over x squared. If anybody confused about what I'm doing here, you have to refer to the handout that I sent to you all last week on variations, right? Because we kind of press for time, 1 over x squared. So y is equal to k over x squared. Okay? And that's the answer for part A. And that's for 2 marks. This whole question is worth 8 marks. Right, let's see the other parts of the question. So we have to calculate the value of k. So let me just quickly draw the table. X, Y, 3, 2, 1.8, R, F, and 8. So when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. So now that we know this here, we're going to use it. Y is equal to k over x squared. Y is equal to, sorry, we know y is 2 is equal to k over x squared, which is 3 squared, which is basically 9. 2 is equal to k over 9. We don't want this, we want k alone. So this goes across here. Division and some multiplication. So 2 multiplied by 9 is equal to k. So k is equal to 18. Yes, people? Any questions? Okay, no problem. So now we want to find out what is y. And since we know y is equal to k over x squared, and we just found out that k is 18, so 18 over x squared, when x is 1.8, which is here, y is equal to 18 over 1.8 squared. So 18 over 1.8 squared is 3.24. And of course, 18 divided by 3.24 will give us 5.555 recurring. So to 2 decimal places, it will be 5.56, of course, the 2 decimal places. Okay? So our value for R, sorry, for Y, yeah, R, the value for R is 5.56. Or of course, if you want to write it to 1 decimal place, which is 5.6, that's also correct, okay? Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Let's find F now. In this case, we are given Y is equal to 8. Okay, and we have to find X basically. So Y is equal to K over X squared. So we want to make X the subject of the formula. So we're taking this K and we're carrying it across. Y, this is division, multiplied by K is equal to X squared. Y by K is YK is equal to X squared. We don't want X, we want X. So you find square root, both sides cancel with each other. So the square root of YK is equal to X, or X is equal to the square root of YYK. All right? Let me just make sure they're correct. So X is equal to the square root of YK. X is equal to the square root of Y, which is, in this case, 8, and K, which we work out to be 18. Let me see. 8 by 18 is 144. Okay, no, I do it wrong. Sorry about that. I do craziness. My bad, my apologies. Okay, so let me just quickly redo it. I don't know why I was doing that.
Your working is correct. It'll just be the square root of 144, which is 12.
But 12 is not the answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I get confused. Y is equal to K over X squared, right? I'm rushing to finish it and I get confused now. Right, so we know the value of Y, in this case is 8.
So you're recording?
Yeah. Y is equal to K, which is 18 over X squared. Right, here, now I don't make it. 18 over X squared, right? And what is X in this case? Anybody? Do we know? Actually, I think I was doing it correct the first time around, you know. Because I'm not watching, let me pull up the solution and fast. Just a minute. I'm confused. Okay, I'm just looking at the solution on fast. It looks as though it's incorrect. Yeah, that is incorrect. So yeah, how I was doing it before was absolutely correct. So let me just quickly go back to that. Y is equal to K over X squared. We don't want this, we just want X. So this goes across here. Y by K gives us YK, which is equal to X squared. We don't want this, we want the square root. This cancels with that. Square root of YK is equal to X. So let's just go here. X is equal to 8 by 18. X is equal to 144. Of course, the square root of 144 is 12. So yeah. Any questions there? I will take a look at this question again after the class is finished, and if it's incorrect, I will take a picture of this working. If it's incorrect, I'll send the correct working on the group, right? Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me for this part, but yeah. Everybody okay so far? Did I confuse anybody? I apologize if I did. Anybody got 12 as well? Raise your hand. And this I know I'm not crazy. X squared is when I transpose. Just now, just Johnson is telling me something. When you transpose, you're supposed to get X squared. Is equal to, no, because remember this is division. So when division
So you get 18 over 8. So x squared, the answer in fast pass is correct.
okay, just a minute. So this goes across multiplication, division. Oh yeah. Here's where I went wrong. My bad. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bridgelal Singh and Miss Johnson. X squared. So yeah, when this goes across, it becomes y over k, which is equal to x squared.
So it's
And
K over Y.
what?
K over Y.
Oh, on. Yeah, I meant to say that. Right, I was just checking to make sure you were paying attention. Right, and k is 18 over, oh God, wait, just now, I'm skipping steps. So we need to get rid of the square. So to get rid of the square, we have to find square root. This cancels with that, right? So it is square root of k, which is 18 over y. In this case, it's 8, right? Which is,
Yes,
just
sir.
check, 18 over 8.
Just case, sir.
Yeah,
We have maths class tomorrow.
yes. And the square root of that is 1.5. So yes, whew, yeah, it's correct now. My bad. Yes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody okay?
Deserve a break.
I think I deserve a break. Oh my God. That last question killed me. What going on? I
Yes,
don't know.
so we should get back 15 minutes.
Don't worry, I will get a break, but around 10:30 and things so. And don't worry. We have to start today's topic. So I'll give you a minute to think on this question.
So what is the prices again?
Past paper. This is this one is
June 2007.
yeah, 2005. Okay, who is Mr. K? Mr. K, who are you? Identify yourself. Kalim, is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. Kalim, you need to meet him, Mike, right? All right. Sandra, your hand is up. The question?
Left click off since you say anybody get the answer correct.
No problem. Okay, let's start today's topic then. So today we are going to be looking at the quadratic formula. Are you familiar with this?
Kind of, sir.
All right.
No,
So, no problem.
So your mic's on it.
Yeah, I think my internet is it is very slow. So that's probably the reason why. Because you all sound the same way to me. And I had a feeling it was the internet. My internet is giving a lot of trouble. I don't know why Flow is giving so much trouble.
okay, so
But
but
is it better now?
it's because your song is distorted, right?
What's that?
I said if you find we keep asking you over questions, it's because it's sounding distorted.
Okay, no problem. Is it my internet or my laptop just now?
From my concern, it's a good thing. We had to take a break so you could fix your mic.
I can't fix my mic. Is it still sounding distorted?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just
Nobody else sounded. Their mic goes slow. It's just
is it better now or is it still giving trouble?
Same way.
worse.
Oh dear Lord. Okay, here what? I'll give you a 15-minute break. We start back at 10:15, right?
No problem.
I just want to see
All right, sir.
what's happening here. Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
What about now? You hear me?
That's the noise just echoing real bad.
Just a minute. Okay, what about now? Are you all hearing me now? Properly?
Yep.
Oh, thank God, great. But well, the break is still in effect. So we'll start back then, right? I think it was because I had too many tabs open on my laptop. So let me just pause the recording. Somebody just remind me to. Okay, so in this class, we're going to be looking at the quadratic formula. So when you're given a quadratic, there are several ways you can solve it. First, you can factorize it, a quadratic equation that is. You can factorize it, you can use the quadratic formula, you can do the graphical method, or you can complete the square, right? So in today's class, we're going to be looking at the quadratic formula. So I'm going to focus only on the quadratic formula. I want you all to master the quadratic formula, right? Now, the good thing about this, you all don't have to memorize it because it is in the formula sheet, okay? Now, I can't remember how a multiple choice paper actually looks in terms of if you all actually get a formula sheet in the multiple choice, but for the sake of the multiple choice, I would suggest that you all learn it off because again, we don't know how it could come, right? And I got a message from my other work group stating that the exam, there's a possibility that the exam could be pushed until August, right? So again, it's very shaky in terms of the exact date of the exam. And of course, depending on the date and whatnot, the type of exam that you will be getting. So that's why I'm not really focusing too much on multiple choice, although I will be doing that in the exam sessions, focusing on the multiple choice papers. But what I'm saying in these classes, I'm focusing on finishing the content and doing paper 2 questions, because if you can handle paper 2, then paper 1 would be a breeze for you all. Okay, so I'm trying it that way, and I am trying to include multiple choice questions where applicable. I haven't seen any multiple choice questions with respect to the quadratic formula and with respect to variations, right? Hence, I didn't put any in the multiple choice. Sorry, in the past papers that I gave you all, because I'm not sure. I haven't seen them in the paper 1, right? So that's why there weren't any questions there. But I'm also focusing on paper 2 as well. So anyway, let's get started. Let's just start with what we are given in this, or in this brownish looking box here. So if we are given a quadratic, and remember quadratics have the form ax squared plus bx plus c, and of course it becomes an equation when it has equal to 0. And it's telling us that a, b, and c are constants. We will be using this formula here, where x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Any questions so far? This is just the formula, and you have to use the method of substitution, which you all learned since we did algebra, to actually do this question. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Nah.
Okay, so with this, you will be given 2 values for x. One you will have to add, and the next one you will have to subtract. That's why there's a plus or minus here, right? Plus and minus, plus or minus, whatever you want to say, right? But that will give us 2 values for x. It will be minus b plus all of this over a, and then it will be minus b minus all of this all over a. You'll follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me switch the camera now. And let's do an actual question then. So suppose we are asked to do following question, right? Solve for x in x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. That's the question, right? Yes, folks? You're seeing it there, right? So the first thing you want to do is state your formula. We know that x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay? Let us state what we know the values of a, b, and c are. A is 1, B is 4, and C is 2. So A is 1, B is 4, and C is 2. Nobody confused so far, right? All right. Let us substitute then. So X is equal to minus B, which is minus 4, plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4, and the value of A is 1 and C is 2 all over 2, and the value of A is 1. All I did was substitute, right? So I write them up minus 4 plus or minus the square root 4 squared is 16, minus 4 by 1 is 4, and 4 by 2 is 8. All over 2 by 1 is 2. So again, x is equal to minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 8 minus 16 minus 8 is 8 all over 2. So again, x is equal to minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 8. What is the square root of 8? On our calculator, we will type the square root of 8, and we will get 2.82, 2.83 to be exact. Actually, let's keep it as, yeah, let's keep it as 2.83. So 2.83, of course, 2 decimal places, right? All over 2. And this is where this plus or minus sign comes in here. So now we will get x is equal to minus 4. We will use the plus sign. So plus 2.83 all over 2. And the other one, x is equal to minus 4. Now we will use the minus sign. So minus 2.83 all over 2. And this will give us two values for x. So of course, minus 4 plus 2.83 is minus 1.17 over 2. So that means x is, so we divide this by 2, negative 0.58. This is our first value for x. And of course, here we have minus 4 minus 2.83, which is negative 6.83 all over 2. So divided by 2, which will give us negative 3.415. So this is our next value of x. Any questions there so far? People?
So you're supposed to have two answers for x, right?
Yeah, correct. Who asked that?
Sir Musa.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's correct, Musa. That's a good question. You're supposed to have two values for x. One of the value will come from the positive aspect of it, and the next one will come from the negative aspect of it, the subtraction, right? Because one is negative 4 plus this over 2, which is this one here, and the other one is negative 4 minus 2.83 all over 2, which is this one here. So you will have two values for x, always. Yeah?
So somebody said you're confused, sir.
The last part, that is which part? This part here, Hema, or just this very last part here? Will you draw the arrows?
Yeah, the very last part.
Okay, no problem. So here, this plus or minus sign just means that you are saying negative 4 plus 2.83 all over 2, which is this one here. I split it up into 2 because one has to be plus, one has to be minus. So negative 4 plus 2.83 all over 2, that's this one here. And then we'll have negative 4 minus 2.83. So all over 2, and I'll do it on the side here. So negative 4 plus 2.83 is negative 1.7 all over 2. And the calculator will tell us it's negative 0.58 or negative 0.59, depending on how much decimal places you approximated to.
So, I now understand it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So I'll leave this up for a minute again, and I'll give you all one more question to do, and then we'll look at some past papers and stuff, right? Just give me a minute, right? I'm stepping away for a minute.
So, sir, you see, sir, you see, when it's around 11:30, I mean 10:30, you're giving us a break, right?
Khalid, may get the 15 minutes break at 10.
Serious?
Yes, when I told you all my laptop was giving trouble.
Oh.
You're not gonna get a next break. Okay, I'm taking out this now, right? So let's do a question. I want you all to try it for me, right? And then you will give me your answers. Anybody got any answers as yet?
Got 12. Got 12.
12, no. You use the quadratic formula? The first person to get it correct wins all expenses trip to China, starting from next week Wednesday, and it ends on the 30th of May. If you're interested.
We don't want corona.
So we don't need to do it then if we don't want the trip.
Correct answer.
You have to do it still. Right, Cheyenne? You have to do it still.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
did you forget this is going on the internet?
No, what did I say wrong?
Okay.
Again, that's free trip to China. I didn't say I was buying it.
Coronavirus.
JL said she will buy it.
Thanks, dear.
I mean, if I die in an early, yeah.
Wait, JL, you know, come online. Because when I called roll, I wasn't seeing you there.
I was there.
Oh.
I was always here.
Oh, I did not see JL. Yes, Johnson, your answers are absolutely correct. So I'll give you all 2 minutes. I get to finish it up. Somebody keep ducking in and out. Let me see who's that. Wait now, who are you here, right?
Morning.
Can I get intro, Gail?
Started.
I said you get intro.
Yes, sir.
How about Elijah again, true, boy? Yes, Johnson, you're getting the free trip to China now. All expenses paid. Russia? Why Russia, Sanjay?
I don't know.
Oh. Can we correct now? Yes, that's correct. So the formula, well, let's identify our variables first, right? So our constants. A is 3, B is -5, C is 1. So the formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x is equal to minus b, which is -5, so minus -5 plus or minus the square root of b, which is -5 squared minus 4a, which is 3, c, which is 1. The square, we have to cover everything, and of course all over 2a, which is 3. So x is equal to a negative and a negative is a positive, so we get +5 plus or minus the square root. -5 squared is +25, minus 4 by 3 is 12, minus 12 by 1 is -12, all over 2 by 3 is 6. Somebody's mic is on. X is equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 take away 12, so 25 take away 12. all over 6. So x is equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 13, which is, let's say 3.6, to 2 decimal places, right? All over 6. And now this is where we split it up. So 1 will be plus, it will be x is equal to 5 plus 3.61 all over 2. And the other one will be x is equal to 5 minus 3.61 all over 2. Now this is the step where all of the students make out the errors, right? So x is equal to 5, well 5 plus 3.61 is 8.61 all over 2. Let me just check the answer, but quickly double check. So the answer is x is equal to 4.305. Yeah? Is it? Wait, something wrong.
Also, it's supposed to be 2 by 3, so the bottom number is 6.
Oh, yeah. I was just checking to make sure you're all paying attention. Very good, congratulations. So yeah, 8.61 divided by 6. And this will give us 1.4, you can say 4.4, 1.44 or 1.4.
No, yeah, I have the square root of 12 wrong.
Square root of 12, that is square root of 12. And no, this is correct. So this is the first value of x. Next one, x is equal to 5, take away 3.61, 1.39 over 6. So x is equal to 0.23, of course, the 2 decimal places, right? How many of you got that? Say me.
No. Me.
Okay, great. No, Sushmita, you see where you went wrong though?
So I've reached halfway and paused
Why?
because I couldn't figure out the rest.
But you see where you went wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry, I'll get more questions to try. These are possible questions. I'm just modifying on factorization. You could -2. Let's see if we get an answer here. Oh yeah. Great. Can I erase this or you're still taking it on?
So give it a minute, please.
Sure, no problem. And these questions, I'm taking them out from the factorization handout. There were questions on the factorization handout. I told you all that could not be factorized. I don't know if you all could remember that. And I told you all within the quadratic formula, we will be looking at those questions. Those are the questions that I'm using right now, okay?
So I have one question. So the part with x is equal to 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 12 divided by 6. That part I went wrong because the part after I didn't square root the 13. That part, I didn't square root it. I work it out I just plug it in just so in the calculator and I got a different answer.
But how you plug in it for plus and minus?
No, not plus. Well, I mean to say like 5 plus square root of 13 divided by 6, and I get a different answer, so I don't know.
I don't know 5 plus the square root of 13. You do all in one, and then you press equal sign. 5 plus the square root of 13 divided by 6. Yeah, you will get a different answer. I'll tell you why. 5 plus the square root of 13. Because, let me show you what you did, right? What you did was you input 5 plus the square root of 13 divided by 6. What your calculator will do is say the square root of 13 divided by 6, and you'll add 5 to it. Right? And you would have gotten 5.6009, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah.
Right. What you have to do is work on the top first. You would have had to say 5 plus the square root of 13 equal, you get 8.6 something, something, something. You press divided by 6, and then you would have gotten the answer. You see?
Oh, so, okay, like that.
Yeah, do it in steps. Do whatever they're working on one. And then you would have said 5 take away the square root of 13 equals, and then you get that, and then divided by 6, and you would have gotten the 2.3.
Okay, thanks, sir.
No problem.
Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Okay. -5. Yeah, it's -5, but remember it's negative b. So if b is -5, Emily, it's negative by a negative, which is a positive. Jada, you had the formula wrong? No, you have to memorize the formula. Well, not memorize it, but you have to know it by heart. Well, you have to know it. You can write it down somewhere. Okay, Emily, well, let's try not to make a mistake again, right? Otherwise, it's too big line your head again after class. So I'm taking it off. They said f of x is equal to 3x squared plus 6x minus 2. Try that question for me. Let me just write the formula for those who might have problems remembering it. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I'm giving you 5 minutes to try that question. Oh, for the people in the Monday class, that's tomorrow's class, you all will need graph paper, right? So make sure and have your graph sheets or your graph book, because you will be needing it for tomorrow's class, right? Anybody have any answers to give me yet?
I have one, no sir, we're not finished.
Okay. Yeah, Johnson, your answer is correct. Emily, check back your answer with respect to the signs and stuff.
Okay, thanks, Mike, for the last. Somebody ready? Use my toilet.
Nah, Irish, check back your answer. Emily, yeah, your second one is where you get that for the first one, Emily, for the subtraction part or the addition part? Yeah, let's check back your sign again. You're making simple mistakes with the sign. Alicia, no. Well, you approximated with your first one to 1 decimal place. Oh, well, yeah, your both answers are correct then. Okay, let's correct then. Let's determine our values for A, B, and C. A is 3, B is 6, and C is -2. So X is equal to minus B plus or minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 by A, which is 3 by C, which is -2, all over 2A, which is 2 by 3. Minus 6 plus or minus 6 squared is 36. 4 by 3 is 12. 12 twos are 24. Negative and negatives are positive, so plus 24. All over 2 by 3 is 6. X is equal to minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 plus, that will give us, I think, 60. Yeah, all over 6. So X is equal to to -6 plus or minus, what is the square root of 60? Square root of 60 is 7.75 to 2 decimal places, of course, all over 6. Now we split it. X is equal to -6 plus 7.75 all over 6. And then we have X is equal to -6 minus 7.75 all over 6. So let's work on the first part. X is equal to negative 6 plus 7.75, which is 1.75 all over 6. X is therefore 0.29, or if you want to put 0.3, that's also correct. This is the 2 decimal places, right? Next one, X is equal to negative 6 minus 7.75. This will give us negative 13.75 all over 6. So X is equal to negative 2.29, of course, the 2 decimal places, or if you want to have it to 1 decimal place, it will be negative 2.3. Any questions so far? Oh, Shushmita now seen the answers. So yeah, Emily, your answers are totally wrong.
So one thing,
Uh-huh.
how you determine the plus here for the 26 and the 24 because I minus. So I get a completely different answer.
Oh, because minus 4 by 3 is minus 12. And then it's minus 12 by minus 2. So you can use a calculator here. So you will see minus 4. You see it on the calculator, right? The values on the calculator.
Yes, sir.
Minus 4, open brackets, 3, close brackets, open bracket again, minus 2, close brackets. You'll get positive 24. Right? Which is what I have there.
Okay.
Yeah, always use a calculator to double check. I don't trust my brain at all.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, okay, Emily, I now catch your drift. But Noah, it'll be 7.8 if that's the case, because you give me the 1 decimal place. So 7.7 is still incorrect. Let me give you a next past paper question.
So excuse me, what year was this?
This came from January 2015.
Okay.
From January what?
2015. So can I erase it now?
Just a second, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Taking a picture. Cool, it go ahead.
Mhm. Let's change up things a little bit. Change is good. Try that one for me. Any answers so far? Yeah, Johnson, your answers are correct. Yes, Reagan, your answers are also correct. No, Reagan, yeah, Reagan, yeah. And also you send the correction. And Emily, yeah, your answers are also correct. Yeah, Cheyenne, your answers are also correct. Angelica, what did you get?
Oh, sorry, yes, sir. What is that?
What you got for your answer?
Oh, I'm not finished yet. Cause like,
Okay.
yeah, my brother messaged me.
All right.
Yeah.
Newton, you getting through?
Yes, sir.
You got any answers yet?
Not yet, sir.
All right. What about Bala, Hawa, or Mamadou? Bala, I didn't hear from you this morning, but you okay? How are Bala there?
Sir, the answer.
Okay. Bala, he got. How could you ask him if he got it?
You cannot subscribe.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. What about Simmons? Jeremiah. Working, okay. Andrews. Jail. Oh. Yeah, let me show you something here. Check out this stuff. You'll actually want medication and thing, you know.
Yes, sir, no, blah, blah, blah. Moving on to this.
This report is nice.
Yeah, I know nothing wrong. Yet.
Sir, I've been told that joke
Come on,
for
sir.
years. It doesn't make sense to tell me it now. You're like 6 years late. Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right. So let's start with the question. Y is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So the value for a is 3, the value for b is 2, and the value for c is -8. So y is equal to minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4, oh sorry, 2. 4 by A, which is 3, and C, which is negative 8, all over 2A, which is 3. So y is equal to minus 2 plus or minus 2 squared is 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 by 8 is, of course, a minus, and a plus and a minus is a minus, right? I mean a plus, right? Yes, folks? So 4 3s are 12, 12 8s are 96, and a plus or minus, sorry, a minus or minus is a plus, all over 2 by 3 is 6. So y is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 100 all over 6. So y is equal to minus 2 plus or minus 10 all over 6. So now we can split it up. X is equal to negative 2 plus 10 all over 6. And of course, x is equal to negative 2 minus 10 all over 6. So x is equal to minus, this will give us 8 over 6, all right, which is 1.33 recurring, or if you want to put 1 and a third, but yeah, this is the answer here, 1.33. And of course, x is equal to, this will be minus 12 over 6. So x is minus 2. So these are our two values for x. No, Shushmita. Santa, what is in spider on my table?
Wow, sir.
Wow, sir. Wow. So we finishing the class early today.
This is your answer.
So let me switch over to video and show you now.
No, sure, go ahead now. I'll send this particular part to your mom.
But I already screenshot what you doing now. I'll just send it to London and say that's what you just be doing during class.
I'll go right ahead. Wow, you think I'll get fired for doing that?
Yes.
This is sign language, right? So
And what's that sign language saying?
this is like when you're going to pick up food with like when you're eating doubles and you just pick up the doubles like this.
No, you're saying me.
You mean roti and chana?
All them thing. This is how I just eat roti and thing. You know, I just pick it up so and eat it and you know.
Oh. Yeah, that's what you're gonna tell them, man.
Go, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because
of course.
that's exactly what I was doing.
Oh, you go tell my mom.
Huh?
And what you go tell my mom?
Oh, you want to bust some of your files now?
Yeah, bust real files. Actually,
Don't
don't
worry, I have my number. I'll send it for she. I'll tell you about it. Tell she. Remember, I have pictures of stuff from your book and thing, right? Just saying, I still have them. I'm sure she'll be interested in finding out.
Cool.
Okay, can I erase it now? I'm going to ask particular people for answers now, right? Because I'm not hearing from a lot of people. I want you to use the quadratic formula to determine that. The rest of them I was supposed to put equal to 0, right? I forgot. Remember, I'm modifying the questions. So I forgot that. I'll give you all 5 minutes. I'm stepping away from the computer, right?
So that's it, right?
Yeah, Johnson, your answers are correct. Emily, no, your answers are wrong. Shushmita, let me see what I'm missing now just to make sure. 1.26 and negative 1.93. No, that's incorrect. Yes, Cheyenne, your answers are correct. Shushmita, yeah, your answers are also correct. Newton, your answers, the values are correct, but your signs are incorrect. So check back your signs. Yeah, Rihanna, your answers are correct. Jeremiah, check back your signs. Your value correct, one of them correct, and the other one is sign wrong. You all ready to correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll just do like about 2 more questions again, and then we'll end class there, right? I'll end class around like 20 to 11 or 20 to 12, I think. Okay, so A is 2, B is -3, and C is -20. Okay, so x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So minus b, oh gosh, minus -3 plus or minus the square root of -3 squared minus 4a, which is c, what, 2, and c, which is -20, all over 2 by a, which is 2. So x is equal to, there's a minus and a minus is a plus. So +3 plus or minus the square root of 3, which is 9. A minus and a minus is a plus. 4 2s are 8. 8 by 20 is, anybody? Anybody?
169.
169? No.
160.
I mean
160.
160.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I see what you did, Cheyenne. Sorry. You add everything one time. So 2 by 2 is 4. So x is equal to 3 plus or minus the square root of 169 all over 4. X is equal to 3 plus or minus, or the square root of 169 is 1.2, oh, sorry, it's 12.65 all over 4. So now we can split this here. X is equal to 3 plus 12.65 all over 4. And x is equal to 3 minus 12.65 all over 4. So x is 12 and 3 is 15.65 all over 4. So x is, let me just check. 50.65 divided by 4. 3.9, which is basically 4. And of course, x is 3 minus 12.65, which is negative 9.65.
Square root of 169 is 13, sir.
Oh Lord, sorry.
Okay.
My God, and I use a calculator. So this will be 16. Right, so this will give us negative 10 over 4. So negative 10 over 4 will be negative 2.5. So this is the values for x. X is 4 and x is negative 2.5. Any questions there?
Was this a past paper question as well?
This one, yeah, this was from 2013. This was on the factorization though, but I made it into quadratic because you can solve it using quadratics, the quadratic formula, or factorization or graphical method.
Jan or June 2013?
Jan.
Okay.
Let me give you a one more.
Sir,
In fact, I'll give you all two more.
sir,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do, but like I work it out, and for the positive one I get 2.5, and for the negative one I get 4.
You would have done something wrong with your signs then.
Okay.
Have one I can erase it, right, people?
Yeah.
All right. First one. All right, you'll try that one for me. Try those two questions. So after this topic, Shushmita is are gonna do minimum and maximum coordinates with you all. It's also linked to this. So that will be for next class, which will be for you will be Saturday. And if you're joining Wednesday class, well, you'll do it Wednesday and of course on Saturday as well. The Monday class, you all are one class behind. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a makeup class with you all.
When is makeup class?
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to try to see when I can get for you all.
So if we have a class on Saturday, we have a class on Sunday to the next day after?
Yeah, Sunday is the last Sunday class.
Serious?
Yeah.
So we have a class Monday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Correct.
Saturday on a morning, in the morning, on a Saturday or in the evening?
I believe it's the morning.
So,
yeah.
So I want to ask if you have the entire syllabus for maths.
If I what?
If you have the entire syllabus for maths or some.
If I have the entire syllabus?
Or if we did the entire syllabus already for maths.
No, not yet. I still have to do with you all just now. Let me just check. I still have to finish linear programming with you all, which is what I'm going to finish after I finish minimum maximum coordinates. I'm going to start linear programming with you all. Then we have to do travel graphs, trigonometry, investigations, and probability and statistics.
So all that just only 3 days?
What 3 days? No.
And it's Sundays we last class?
Yes.
Last Sunday class.
Clearly classes are not connected enough. Monday class is all your class. And whatever I do with all your class on a Monday, I have to repeat it on the Wednesday class for the Wednesday people who are the evening people. I have class on on Wednesday from 5 to 8. And then I have another session with another set of people, different people on Saturday. So I have to do the same thing again on Saturday. And Sunday class is for everybody. So it's not like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over. It's different classes I have, and I have.
No, I mean like those topics you call out if you're doing it on different days, only classes like.
I will be doing it in the respective classes, but next week Sunday, I'm not sure what I'll finish on during this week with you all. But I know for sure I will need about approximately, I would say about 5 sessions with everybody again, and I'll finish the syllabus. Okay, anybody have any answers to give me for these questions? For this question, sorry. Oh, I'm not seeing Emily. That's so which one, Emily? Yeah, Shushmita, I have the syllabus. If you want it, you can WhatsApp me. Let me just quickly do it, Emily, I'll tell you. Okay, so Emily, yeah, your answers are correct. Johnson, for number 1, yeah, your answers are also correct. Oh wait, yeah, second one, Johnson, just a minute. That'll be 5. Positive 5. Yeah. Yeah, that's the answer correct. No problem, Shushmita.
So how come you not getting any more weekly test?
What's that?
How come you not getting more weekly tests?
You'll get weekly tests in your other classes?
Yeah, I need just be.
What about English learning?
Let's look at first. Weekly tests is not English.
Yeah, because I don't know how to administer it. Lennon said he was gonna do something online, I think, but I don't know how to administer a weekly test because if I give it to you all, obviously you're gonna cheat, and that will defeat the entire purpose of getting the test. Angelica, your camera on. Are we seeing your gypsum tiles? Ceiling.
Somebody camera on.
Yeah. Alicia. That's for which one? Binda, the first one?
Yes, sir. The first one is for the first one, the second one is for the second one.
All right. The first one is, let's see. Yeah. Let's see the second one. Nah, check back the second one. Check back the 2.7 part. The first part correct. Kalim, we hear you blowing your snap.
Oh.
Nah, Cheyenne, check back that. Both of them. Newton. No, see your answer. Just a minute, let me check it. Nah, check back yours, Newton.
Is it -4?
Huh?
Is it -4?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's your favorite type of food?
My favorite type of food? Junk.
Maybe not junk, like snacks or like KFC.
Yeah, like KFC and thing. I like snacks, but not so much.
What's your favorite thing at KFC?
So supply, sir. When them kids and them buy the big bag of chips, sir, you stick the whole thing.
Me never.
And he eats it out and doesn't wash it.
He doesn't take it, Kalim.
Well, they just give him it and he just says eat it out.
Right, I'll just give it to me. But if I get it, I will eat it, obviously.
But yet he just still eat it out. And it's be them big bags too.
Same, shut up.
How to make you out a little bit now.
You want me to make you out? Hold on, let me pause this recording.
Started.
Are we correct? Yeah, Emily, you're correct now.
So I sent you a message. You could just check it, please.
Oh, okay, just on, let me check. On WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. I have to use WhatsApp web because I can't use my phone. Okay, you went wrong with your signs is one. And remember is b squared, right? So if you have 3 on the outside, why don't you have 3 on the inside as well, Hema? It's 3 squared. But it's not even, that's the second one, you said, or the first one?
First one.
Oh, first one. Is b squared. So how you have 3 is 10. B is 10. And I see you put 3 minus 3. This was minus 10. That's where you went wrong. So let me do it now and you'll see where I went wrong, right?
Oh, okay, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So as soon as I'm finished with this, we can end class, right?
This last question.
These 2 questions here, yeah.
So wait, no, and this is part. So these 2 questions, and that's it, right?
Yeah. You want more questions?
No, I'm hungry.
Yeah, but me too. And I have real nice food to eat.
Your wife cooked Sunday food already?
Probably.
So early.
So b is 10, so it's minus 10. Plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4, and e is 3, and c is negative 8, all over 2e, which is 3. So minus 10 plus or minus 10 squared is 100. A minus and a minus is a plus. 4 by 3 is 12. 12 eighths up. Anybody? Thanks for the help. So x is equal to negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 196 all over 6. The square root of 196.
14.
All right. 14, thank you, over 6. This will give us, so all right, we're gonna split this now. X is equal to negative 10 minus 14 all over 6. So x is negative 24 over 6. So x is negative 4. And of course, x is equal to negative 10 plus 14 all over 6. X is equal, when it's signs are different, you find it different. So 4 over 6. So negative 4 over 6, which is 0.66 or 0.67 to 2 decimal places, right? So that's our answer for the first question. So here, Maya would have seen where I went wrong, right?
Yes, sir, but I actually got the answer though.
That's nothing wrong with it, still give it the correct answer.
Okay. I just checking.
On to the next one.
Shut up, Kalim. I have to give people time to take it down.
Oh, but when I want to take it down, so wait a second, screenshot is or take a picture. But
So that's what I'm doing. Leave it to take a screenshot. I leave it up for a minute.
Cool.
I do give you your time though.
Cool. You know, cool.
Kalim, just get time, so shut up. Right, let's continue the next question. So A is 2, B is -3, C is -12. So X is equal to minus B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So X is equal to minus -3 plus or minus the square root of -3 squared minus 4, and A is 2 and C is -12. All over 2 by A, which is...
No, you get -3.
Oh God, sorry. Whew, my bad. Of course, I was just checking to make sure you're all paying attention, right?
He
I know.
lies, bro.
I was not watching. I was like, but it has two set of values for B. Right. So for this one, we have to actually work it out, right? So we get 2x squared, right? And then we have to get two terms. We have these two terms here have to turn to 1. So when you find the difference, you find the difference, which is 5x, and you keep the sign, so plus 5x minus 12, of course, equal to 0, right? So a lot of people would not have done this here. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to -12. So X is equal to minus B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So X is equal to minus B, which is 5, plus or minus the square root of B squared, so 5 squared minus 4, and A is 2.
All right, guys, I had a
minus 12. What's your final answer, Kalim? Huh?
What is this, sir?
What's your final answer? Since you have all this.
That's a
-10? -10?
Yeah.
No. So minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 25. A minus and a minus is a plus. 4 2s are 8, 8 12s are? Anybody?
96.
96.
Yes. All over 4. X is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 96 plus 25, which is 121 all over 4. X is equal to minus 5 plus or minus is 11 all over 4. So now we split it. X is equal to -5 plus 11 all over 4. And of course, X is equal to -5 minus 11 all over 4. So this will give us 6 over 4. Which is?
Okay, so I end up adding that, sir, but you know, cool.
1.5.
That is 1.5. That was close.
-6.
What's the end? Okay, so like a question like this, and there's 3 marks, right?
Around 3 marks here.
So like if you have all this working correct and stuff, how much marks did I still get?
It depends on the person who is marking your paper. They will use the discretion.
All right.
All right. So that's the answer there. I'll give you all some time to copy it down.
That's right.
Huh?
That's it.
No, we have one more topic again to finish.
What?
Yes, boy, guys.
You see, after these 2 questions, So it was
Right.
9.
I just said that's it. We're done.
Huh?
I said that's it. We're done.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah. Okay, people. Last day end of class. Anybody have any questions before I leave?
No, sir.
You just send us a email on the outstanding topics, please.
Sure, no problem. Just remind me if I forget, right?
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, people. Goodbye. Enjoy.
You too.